There are different kinds of backpacks, different sizes, different styles, different shapes, and they all have their pros and cons depending on how you intend to use them. But I often wonder what backpack manufacturers were thinking when they make certain designs. This teardrop shaped backpack is practically designed. It has a pair of two-way zippers which each go around the pack right down to the lowest corners, and it enables you to open the bag wide like this. Makes it easy to put things in, then zip it up. It has this outer pocket, which is a good size to keep things in. One potential disadvantage to a design like this, as you wear it on your back and you're walking, perhaps running, gravity can have its effect on these zippers, and they will slowly make their way down the side of the backpack along the zipper rail, and the contents could spill out. But mostly my experience is that it's if the backpack has a more narrow top than this one has, so that it's practically triangular. And also it depends how good the zipper is. Another thing you can do is when you do zip it up, move the zippers together to one side so that there isn't that element of gravity pulling them down. Now this is nice and roomy. It has nice padded shoulder straps. But this kind of bag, it's actually considered a book bag or a school bag. It does not have sternum straps. I think all backpacks should have sternum straps, or most of them should, even if they are book bags. The outer pocket of a backpack is very important. It's important that it has a good size. You can fit a lot of things. When you're wearing your backpack and you're traveling, you're commuting, or you're going somewhere, you don't want to always take off your backpack and look inside the main compartment to search for your gloves or your glasses or your camera, or perhaps a book to read, or your Kindle. Those things are best stashed in the smaller outer pocket, which is why it should be of a good size. Some backpacks don't have outer pockets at all, which makes them only good if you're not going to use the contents of your backpack until you get to your destination. Me, I'm always reaching in my backpack's smaller pockets to get things. This is a very good backpack. The material is good. I think it's even water resistant. It's lightweight but still rugged. It's packable. The sternum straps can be adjusted. They move along this. It's something like a fabric rail, so you can move it higher or lower and adjust it to your own shoulders. And it has this waist belt or this waist strap. However, this backpack has its outer pocket way on top here. If you have this backpack on your shoulders, you want to reach for something, maybe a candy bar, maybe your sunglasses. You would have to be able to stretch your arm around your back and then up towards your shoulders to access this pocket. Another thing, as much as I like this backpack and it's well made, good materials, good construction, it is, you can only load it from the top. It's like a laundry bag with straps. And that means you can only open the mouth of the bag as far as the top will allow you to, because unlike a backpack like this that you can zip the zippers way to the sides, this does not have that feature. I think that sometimes manufacturers ought to make a hybrid of a hiking backpack and a book bag. Now this backpack, as I mentioned a bit earlier, there are outer pockets that zip horizontally. This one has an outer pocket that zips vertically. It's not exactly a bad idea, however, you're going to put things in this vertical opening pocket, it's best if it's items that you're not really going to use that much while you're carrying your backpack on your back, or you're not going to use it until you get to your destination. This is a very good backpack actually, good material, good design, but still has a lot of impractical features to it. It has another outer pocket on the top, which would make the backpack top heavy. There are things you can fit in here, but again, if you have this on your back, you need to access something, and then you would have to either take off the backpack from your shoulders and then look inside here, or if it were possible, you'd have to reach around and stretch your arm upward towards your shoulders. Now this is not a backpack. This is actually a bike pouch that you put on your bicycle to carry items in. But as you should be able to see, it's designed so that the rim has a plastic hollow tube sewn into the corners. This helps make it more rigid, and there are practical purposes for that. However, with any kind of a bag that has this hollow tubing sewn into the sides, what eventually happens is that it wears away, it creates a stress point, and the material, the fabric material, will eventually expose the hollow plastic tubing. Some backpacks have this feature to them. I don't particularly care for them, but again, sometimes they can have their own purpose. It makes it a little less packable because of the rigid feel to it. Most manufacturers make their backpacks with the shoulder straps attached from the top of the backpack to the lowest corner of the backpack. I've had some that had their shoulder straps attached from the top to a few inches above, practically a little less than midway on the backpack. And that is actually a more ergonomic design. I don't know why most manufacturers don't do it that way. Another thing to consider when you're wearing or running with a backpack, there are physics involved. As any of you who have tried it, the momentum of your walking or running makes the backpack swing from side to side as it's on your shoulders. A waist strap may be helpful, but in my experience, not necessarily. And what tends to happen is if you're wearing a light t-shirt, it's hot out, the momentum of the backpack swinging side to side, even moderately, will eventually make the back of your shirt right up above your waist. And I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about. That's one of the ergonomics involved that a lot of backpack manufacturers, I think, should consider when they're designing a backpack. A little bit more about this bag. Right here where the shoulder straps are connected to the upper body of the bag, it is very well sewn in. There are these banded reinforcements along the entire shoulder strap. Feels very durable. This is probably where the greatest stress point would be if there's anything heavy in the bag. But there's some material sewn into the center of the shoulder straps. Feels very flimsy. It is basically a mesh material. Mesh is like a fishing net. They can have different textures because it's loosely woven material, and it's for ventilation, which is a very good idea for shoulder straps. But what I do notice is a lot of well-made products. With a lot of well-made products, the manufacturer will still find a way to put in lesser quality material somewhere. I've noticed that with some of the better made sneakers, some of the better made clothes. This is a mesh vest. However, this material has a more rugged feel to it than this mesh sewn into the center of this shoulder strap. I think it would have been a better idea if the manufacturer used this, even though perhaps double the material, so as to make it a bit thicker. But this material, I have noticed clothing made out of this material, and it feels like it would actually wear away easily. It even pills easily, or it feels like it's the kind of material that pills easily, and that means it grows a lot of those little fuzzy things that you have to use a certain brush to get rid of, or to try to reduce the appearance of. The bag is almost almost 2 feet long. I think most backpacks should be long. It would hold more. It would also be good if it were wider. The problem is the bottom. If you have anything in this, it would be hard to stand it up to look inside, and not that it would stand up of itself unless you have certain things in it, but to look inside this bag, you have to lie it on the side because it's too narrow on the bottom. With this one, you can see it sits up by itself because the bottom is wide. This is a great bag, I keep saying that, but it would have been better if it had a wider bottom. This is one of my favorite bags. It has handles. You could carry it like a tote bag or a shopping bag. Has an outer pocket. It has two-way zippers. It opens up wide. I believe the company is Netpack Bag. It has these zippers. There's this zipper which goes clear around. You can make the bag wider. Strange thing is, the shoulder straps are made out of this material, which not just a material, but I believe this is used to make belts with, certain kinds of belts. The bag is meant to carry a lot, and if you're going to carry this bag on your shoulder with shoulder straps like this, I believe you'll eventually feel it. So I wonder what the manufacturer was thinking. The shoulder straps are adjustable. You can make them very long. You can carry it like a duffel bag that has a strap on it, of course. But so I would recommend a bag like this. It's packable. It's practically designed. It could use improvement. In addition, of course, the shoulder straps are designed the way they are so that you can shorten them as much as they'll go. And then when you use it like a shopping bag with the handles, the shoulder straps don't dangle all the way down, especially if you adjust them to be as short as they can be. But I have seen other designs of this type in which the shoulder straps are regular shoulder straps. They're more padded, and they The backpack is designed so that the shoulder straps can be unattached from the bottom and put in a certain pouch that's on the back of the backpack, and this way they won't dangle down to the floor. Again, I wonder why they don't make it even better than it is. They could have, the manufacturers, that is, they could have some really good selling items if they address more than one issue. This is not an expensive bag. I'm not sure of the manufacturer. I got it from Amazon. I believe the manufacturer makes this bag with different logos. The logo is not necessarily the brand name or the manufacturer name. It does have some good features. The zipper has a zipper pull attached, but because of the kind of material, you can see that it becomes frayed at the ends. It can become frayed at the ends. It appears that the zipper pulls have not been burnt or sewn properly at the ends, but it is a small matter. What's good about this backpack is that it has a sternum strap, and the sternum strap is adjustable. You can move it up or down along this piece of fabric that has been sewn onto the shoulder strap. And this kind of a sternum strap is important because people have different physiques. My experience has been, if a sternum strap is not adjustable, as with this backpack, the sternum strap can press against your clavicle, and that is not a pleasant experience. Another good thing with this bag is that the clasp on the sternum strap is designed so that it's actually a whistle. If you're wearing this bag, you're riding your bike, you need to alert people that you're coming, you can just grab your sternum strap, put it in your mouth, blow it, and that's very convenient. There are more expensive bags that don't have this feature. It seems they should. It's quite ingenious. And this bag, I would even recommend it just for that purpose.